Hello and welcome to Pokemon Showdown. And today we're doing a quick discussion on mons I think that have a lot of potential or just become a lot better post Urshifu ban. Definitely let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments as far as other mons you think that have potential in the current metagame. But yeah, so getting into it, first off we have Reuniclus. Now I think Reuniclus has become a lot better. Like, this thing is an actual threat now with Urshifu gone. Because there's just one less thing that kills it. Really, like, it can only be killed like in one go by mons such as Spectrier and Ban Kartana, because it has no defensive investment on this set. But other than that, it's a threat. It Melmetal as well, but they have to be careful hard switching in. So if you focus blast, it'll be difficult for them to check. But yeah, like, Reuniclus is a problem. Sets up on a lot of the tier, like stuff like Blissey, Buzzwole, Clef, beats that 1v1, beats Corviknight, can check a Lucha if you're running Side Shock, does all versus Hippo because they're all Intoxic, they don't run Whirlwind, and there's T, things like that. Like, it sets up versus like so many things, like Moltres, like weak defensive mons like that, just abuses. And with the Grassy Seed or Electric Seed, if you're running Reuniclus alongside Rillaboom or Tapu Koko, you're basically super bulky on both sides after a Calm Mind, so really nothing can kill you. Essentially makes you immune to knockoff, so that's great. Things like Obstacle won't be able to really beat you. More so if you're the just defensive set with like 212, I think it is, Bold, because then Knock won't do anything. But you have Spadef. I like this set more so because you're usually going to be pairing Reuniclus with mons like Skarmory anyway, for spike support. And like Skarmory is just going to be max defense anyway, so you're usually going to have mons that can take on things that Reuniclus doesn't like, from the more physical end anyway. So, and Spadef just really helps you check Pokemon such as Latios, because you can actually take 2 Dracos with this spread. Nidoking, Tapu Koko's doing nothing after +1, things like that. You can actually check those mons pretty reliably. And yeah, just Spadef. I prefer Spadef, like I said. With the speed, obviously, so you can speed toxic effects. And store power is just great because you destroy stall, like because it goes to unaware. So things like Quagsire and Clef are not answers. You also guaranteed beat Corviknight, so you don't need to run Thunder. Focus Blast, I think, is just better overall because you hit things like T-Tar, Heatran, Hydreigon, things like that. Like with Thunder, you're walled by Hydreigon, which is just bad. So yeah, like, you could have things to handle like Mandibuzz anyway, and Mandibuzz loses because if it roosts, it's gonna die to like +6 Focus Blast or something. So yeah, like, you could beat the flying types anyway. And yeah, it's really just Reuniclus. Sets up on a lot of the tiers, really hard to kill. And after it like gets a couple boosts, like, your opponent is probably just gonna lose to it. Yeah, really underrated mon, I think, has a lot of potential now. And definitely a team building vid coming soon with this. And next we have Dragapult. I think Specs has always been good, like even with Urshifu around. Actually a lot more difficult to switch into this as opposed to Spectrier because of its coverage, even though it's a bit weaker. And the speed is really nice too versus Tapu Koko, so it's like, Dragapult is like the offense killer it's always been. You can run, obviously, Draco, Shadow Ball, Staples, Flamethrower for steals. Is what I like most. You could rock Surf for Heatran, pretty cool tech. Surf for Hydro Pump, but I like the accuracy. T-Bolt hits Tapu Fini, Toxic Effects, and Mandibuzz all at once. U-turn if you want to chip T-Tar for free. If you know that's coming in, U-turn, get a bit of chip on that with Rocks up. Set up for things like Volgarona that are sweet. And yeah, it just pairs well with mons like those. Anything that doesn't like offense. So say, like I said, Volk, Kartana, things like that. Nidoking, because it can U-turn on Heatrans, T-Tars, bring in Nidoking. Yeah, Specs Ball is just great. DD as well, because you don't have to worry about Sucker Punch. as much, bar like Cinderace. And yeah, DD is great too. But on DD, you want to run Clear Body for Landers T. DD Darts, Phantom Force, and substitute Leftovers if you want to run that, or Life Orb Fire Blast. And yeah, it's pretty much Dragapult is just a great mon. People definitely need to use it more. I've seen DD sweep quite a couple teams. Like, that thing is very good. Just need the right support for things like Mandibuzz, and Class, all that stuff. And yeah, Dragapult is nice. One of my favorites. Aegislash SD. Definitely the best set as far as physical goes. Don't run Bandit. Like, you pretty much always lose to Toxapex, whereas with this you could break through it. You also can break through Skarmory, and it's just a great late game mon, because most of the time people expect you to be Specs. But yeah, this is a really good balance breaker. Switches into a lot of stuff really easily as well, like Magearna, Tapu Lele, +1 T-Bow from Magearna. It's not doing much to Aegislash. It's like one of the few offensive checks to Tapu Lele, which is crucial, because balance usually just gets ravaged by it. So, having an offensive check to that is amazing. And Torrent T, Nasty Pot doesn't really run Heat Wave, so you can actually wall it. Like, Aegislash has a lot of defensive and offensive capabilities, which I really like. Can even do well versus offense in the late game of Shadow Sneak. Just +2, clean things up. Cinderace out there, bit of chips gonna die, things like that. And yeah, Aegislash is great, man. I don't really like Iron Head. Like, that's really specific. It's mainly just for Unrare Clef, but I mean, you just have other things for that. Just have Toxic Mons alongside it, or just things that can break it in general. Close Combat is super important so that you don't get checked by Melmetal, Ferrothorn, Smack Heatran on the switch, blow away Blissey. It's just, yeah, I think you see it's mandatory. Hydreigon as well. They try to sneak that in. You just blow it away with a close combat. And yeah, Aegislash, it just finds a lot of setup opportunities in the tier, just like Reuniclus, because it's so bulky. Its typing is great, and yeah, Aegislash. Latios has always been good. Again, same thing as Dragapult. Just gets better because it doesn't worry about Sucker Punch. So just one thing, one less thing that can revenge kill it. Specs is nice. Calm Mind is good. Defog, less so, but it's good as well. Defog, Latios is one of the few hazard removers that can beat Toxapex 1v1, because it's psychic type. And yeah, like Calm Mind, Soul Do. If you run Calm Mind, definitely recommend Dragon Pulse, so you're not dropping your stats, and this gives your opponent less opportunities to play around Latios. Calm Mind, 3 attacks. Calm Mind, Side Shock, Roost, like Life Orb, Urshifu. It just has a lot of options. Urshifu is like the best thing Latios could have gotten. And I mean, yeah, it just pairs up with a lot of mons. Just Latios just does what it always has been doing. Does well versus Rain. It's just a great, yeah. Latios, Specs, Scarf has, it's even useful if you need that. Scarf Trick can mess with some fast stuff like Blissey, Clef. And yeah, Latios is Latios. Bisharp definitely got better with the ban of Urshifu, because that was like his best offensive check, and yeah, because Iron Head wasn't doing anything to it. So yeah, other than that, like, there's still Buzzwole, but that said, defensive Buzzwole is like sucks, so don't have to worry about that really. That's gonna drop in use soon. It still has some issues versus, say, Hydreigon, because plus the Iron Head won't kill, then they 2-kill you back with Earth Power, and like faster Moltres, because +2 Sucker will knock it out. Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele. So Bisharp like definitely has trouble versus some things still, but it's definitely improved. But yeah, Bisharp is Bisharp, and then we have Choice Band Buzzwole. I think this is a really cool set. Like, you smack a whole bunch of things that think they were safe. Corviknight's getting 2 killed. Hippowdon's getting 2 killed. Magearna, all these things. Moche is getting smacked on the switch. If you run Stone Edge, especially, Tapu Fini is getting 2 killed with Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is mainly so you can hit Silver and Tapu Fini all at once. Ice Punch, obviously, for Lender's T, defensive chomps, all of that. The speed is for Heatran, modest Heatran, and yeah, like, don't use the defensive set, like, especially with Urshifu gone. That set is just not good. Like, that thing actually does nothing. But with this, you can actually be a threat, man. So yeah, definitely try to ban Buzzwole. One of my favorite sets. Leech Life is, man, I mean, it only hits Slow Burrow, which you could Thunder Punch that down. So yeah, and there's other things like Tapu Koko. I used to run Specs with Roost because there was really nothing else to run. So that it could be a reliable Urshifu, offensive Urshifu answer. But you could run just Specs Grass Knot now if you want. Yeah, those are like the main 6 mons I wanted to, discuss as far as things that have a lot of use right now. Yeah, I definitely recommend trying these out. That's pretty much the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and leave a like if you enjoy. Subscribe, all that, and peace.